There's something deeply tender about this stage of life. When the days slow down, the noise of responsibility fades and we're left with time. Time to think, to breathe, to remember. But for many, retirement isn't just a peaceful rest. It's a strange in-between, a season of both freedom and uncertainty. After all, when the busy calendar clears, when no one needs you to clock in, cook dinner by 6, or solve anyone's crisis, who are you now? For years, perhaps decades, your life may have been shaped by service. Raising children, working hard, caring for others, you moved through life with a sense of duty. But now, with retirement, something shifts. The roles you've carried for so long begin to fall away. And in that quiet, you may find yourself asking, where did I go? That's not a silly question. It's a sacred one. Because here's the truth that often goes unsaid. You don't lose your independence. With age, you may just need to reclaim it, gently, patiently, and on your own terms. It's still there, waiting like an old friend. Not in grand gestures, but in small daily choices. In how you spend your mornings. In what you say yes to. And what you don't. So if you've ever felt like the world has moved on and left you sitting quietly in the background, this message is for you. Because you are not forgotten. You are not finished. And this chapter of life, it's still yours to write. Stay with me. Let's talk about how to make it count. After so many years of routine, waking up early, tending to work, raising children, managing bills, and putting out fires big and small, the stillness that comes with retirement can feel unfamiliar, even unsettling. At first, it's relaxing. You sleep in a little, you read more. Maybe you tend to your garden or call an old friend, but after some time, that calm can start to feel like drifting, like you've been untied from the dock without a new direction. When our days lose structure, it's easy to feel like we've lost purpose too. No one really prepares us for that part. All the focus is on planning financially for retirement, but very little is said about planning emotionally, about what it means to wake up and not be needed in quite the same way. That shift can shake the sense of control you once had over your life. But here's the quiet truth. This is your time to choose what your days look like. You're no longer working to meet someone else's expectations. Now, it's about what matters most to you. Maybe it's a simple morning walk, a cup of tea on the porch, or helping out once a week at the local library. You get to write this chapter, not fill in someone else's blanks, and routines, and even small ones, can become anchors in this new ocean of time. Not to trap you, but to gently support you. They give shape to your days. A warm breakfast at 8, a quiet hour of reading, a daily phone call with a friend. These aren't chores, they're choices. And every choice is a quiet declaration. This life still belongs to me. You are not drifting. You are simply learning a new way to steer the boat. And in this new pace, with its gentler winds and calmer waters, there's space to rediscover what brings you joy. Not as a worker, not as a parent, not as a caregiver, but simply as you. There's another layer to this experience that creeps in quietly, and many people don't talk about it. It's that soft erosion of being seen as capable, especially by those closest to you. After retirement, some people begin to feel invisible. Friends move away, family gets busy, and even the most well-meaning adult children begin to take over little things. They schedule your appointments without asking. They remind you to take your medicine, to eat, to rest. They make decisions about you instead of with you. It often comes from love, but it can still sting. You might smile and nod, not wanting to offend them, but inside there's a quiet ache, a longing to say, I can still think for myself, I still know who I am. And you do. Just because you're older doesn't mean your independence is expired. It hasn't vanished. It's simply been buried under layers of habit, caregiving, and years of being the one others leaned on. Now, when the roles shift, you might find yourself unsure of how to take space back, gently without creating conflict. But it starts with small things. Saying, thank you, but I'd like to do this part myself. Choosing your own meals, making your own plans, trusting your own voice again. Reclaiming independence doesn't mean shutting people out. It means remembering that you still belong to yourself, that your thoughts, your choices, your comfort, and they matter. That being cared for doesn't mean being controlled. It's okay to draw a line with love. It's okay to want to feel useful and trusted. And it's okay to let others know, kindly but firmly, that you are still very much the author of your own life. Because when you begin to speak up again, when you step back into your own center, a powerful shift happens. You stop feeling like you're living on the sidelines, and you remember that this life is not just something happening to you. It's still something you get to shape. One of the biggest parts of reclaiming independence, especially after retirement, is learning how to care for your body in ways that feel empowering, not limiting. As we age, it's easy to feel like our bodies are betraying us. The knees ache. The balance isn't what it used to be. Tasks that once felt simple, bending down, climbing stairs, opening jars, start to ask more of us. And that can chip away at our confidence, quietly making us feel more dependent than we really are. But here's a truth that deserves to be spoken gently. Your body is not broken. It's just changing, like the seasons. And you can still work with it, still support it with care and consistency. Independence doesn't mean doing everything exactly the way you used to. It means finding new ways that still honor your strength and dignity. Simple exercises, light stretching, or even a slow walk around the block can do wonders, not just for strength, but for your spirit. Movement is a quiet way of saying, I'm still here, I still take up space. And don't underestimate the power of adapting your environment to support your independence. A sturdy handrail in the bathroom, a well-lit kitchen, a comfortable chair near a sunny window. These aren't signs of weakness. They're signs of wisdom. You are setting yourself up to thrive, not merely survive. Relationships matter here too. The people around you, family, neighbors, doctors, they should support your independence, not replace it. If someone insists on doing things for you instead of with you, it's okay to speak up. Let them know you appreciate the help, but also that you still want to be active in your choices, your movements, your days. Reclaiming independence is often less about big actions and more about small daily moments where you say, I can still do this, in my own way, in my own time. Your body may move slower, but your spirit, your will to live life fully, is still strong. And that is something worth honoring every single day. Sometimes, reclaiming independence isn't about what we do, but how we feel inside. It's an emotional and even spiritual return to ourselves, a quiet remembering of who we are beneath all the roles we've played. For decades, many of us have lived for others. We've been the providers, the caregivers, the fixers, the peacemakers. And those roles became part of our identity. But now, in retirement, many of those responsibilities fall away, and what's left is you. Just you. That can feel strange at first, even lonely. Like the silence in the house is echoing too loudly, like your name isn't called as often anymore. But within that stillness is something precious, the chance to listen deeply to yourself again. What makes you feel alive now? Not what used to make you feel alive, not what others expect of you, but what stirs your heart today. Maybe it's sitting under a tree and watching the leaves sway in the breeze. Maybe it's writing down old memories or painting a picture with trembling but joyful hands. Maybe it's praying quietly at sunrise or simply sipping tea while the birds sing outside your window. This is not wasted time. This is soul time. The world may rush on without you, but your inner world is still rich, still sacred. Your thoughts, your prayers, your memories, they carry deep meaning. And when you honor them, you reclaim something powerful. The truth that you are still you, whole and worthy, even in this quieter chapter. Independence, at its deepest level, is not about being alone. It's about being connected to your own essence. Trusting that your voice matters, your feelings matter, your being matters. There is quiet courage in choosing your own path. There is quiet power in waking up each morning and deciding to live intentionally, from your heart, even if no one is watching. This chapter isn't about proving yourself. It's about being true to yourself. And in doing that, you awaken a spiritual kind of freedom that no one can take away. If you've made it this far with me, thank you. Truly. It takes strength, quiet, enduring strength, to look at your life with open eyes and say, I still have more to live, more to feel, more to become. Reclaiming your independence after retirement isn't about doing everything alone. It's about remembering that you are still the captain of your ship, even in gentler waters. You still get to decide where the boat goes. You still get to set your pace. And even if the waves look different now, your hands are still steady on the wheel. Let no one, not even the kindest loved ones, convince you that your voice is less important just because the years have passed. You are not a shadow of your former self. You are the full, beautiful sum of all you've lived, wiser, deeper, softer in the best way. So go ahead and take back those little moments of choice. Speak your needs. Walk when you can. Rest when you need. Create, laugh, pray, dream, and most of all, trust yourself again. Because you've earned that trust. Every wrinkle, every scar, every story in your heart, they are your medals of honor. Independence in this chapter doesn't have to be loud. It can be as simple as choosing your own tea in the morning, calling an old friend just because you felt like it, or saying, this is what I want. You are still here, still you, still becoming, and that is a beautiful, brave thing.